Alright, you guys, so Halloween Horror Month, day number 6. We're talking about The Collector. That's right, a film written by Patrick Melton and Marcus Dunstan. Marcus Dunstan is also the director of this movie. Basically, the plot of this fucking movie is we meet this guy named Arkin, who is basically helping around this guy, this guy and his family in his countryside home or whatever, and he goes home after a hard day's work. He finds out his wife is in trouble and that she owes money to some very bad people. So he decides that he's going to go to he's going to go to his employer's house, rob him, and help his ex-wife out. Well, little does he know that when he gets there, someone else is already in the house, and as he is home alone the death out of this fucking place. That's right, he said it booby traps. It's Home Alone meets Saw. It's the best way I can describe this movie. Now, what I think of The Collector is I fucking love this movie. It's awesome. Visually, it is creepy. It's a very dark toned film. It's brutal. The characters, there's not that many characters in the movie, but the characters that are there are great to follow. Like our main character, Arkin. He's the one that, really should be likable, and he really is. So, there's that. We had the Collector. We got this guy in just all black, and he's wearing kind of like a ski mask thing, but it's like a fucked up ski mask basically, and the costume itself pretty fucking cool. So yeah, that was awesome. Um, like I said, the booby traps of this thing are fucking brutal. They are. There's this one part, like I'm not gonna get into too many details, but there's this one part where he's like pulling out this girl's tongue, and he's got reverse bear traps all over the floor. He's got razors in the window. He's got water all over the floor in one room. So when he pushes, when he pushes something that's like plugged in down there, it electrocutes whoever's on the floor. It's like this dude is smart. All right. So now Arkin is not. After a while, after a few minutes in his house, Arkin is not as worried about the money as he was anymore. Now he's just trying to survive and get out of the house without letting the Collector know that he's there. So yeah, what do I think of The Collector? I think it's a great film. It's very, you could say it's an independent horror film because it does have that feeling to it. Um, Thought I heard something. I don't know. It's terror time again, I guess. But yeah, it's it's kind of a claustrophobic movie in a way, in the sense of okay, you're trapped in this one house and that's it. Like the whole movie takes place in like the house, aside from like the first maybe 10, 15 minutes of the movie. But the whole movie's taking place in this house, so there's really not uh, not much for you to roam around in especially without getting yourself cut the fuck up and shit. Um, so yeah, you could say this is an indie film. It does seem like it was low budget, but it's done very, very well. Now I don't know the exact budget on this movie. Patrick Melton and Marcus Dunstan, maybe you guys can tell me the budget on this film, or I could just look it up because that's what Google's for. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't seem like this movie costs a lot of money to make, but that's okay because it doesn't need to. This is almost a near perfect horror film in my opinion. It's got some brutal deaths. I mean, if you're into the brutal, gory stuff, and no, it's not really torture porn. It's not gore porn, really. It's just fucked up. Um, but yeah, this isn't Hostel, and while this is some of the guys who wrote Saw 4 through 7, it's not Saw. I said it's Home Alone meets Saw in a way. If you see the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. I think it's a great movie. The Collector is a fascinating character. The thing about the Collector is we don't know anything about this dude. We don't know what he looks like. We never see him take off the mask. We don't know where he came from, who he is, why he's doing what he's doing, why he picks these particular people, and why do they call him the Collector? We do kind of know that part. Some people collect knickknacks. People like me collect movies. This guy collects human bodies. So, yeah, I mean, we all have things we collect. Nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, and he always takes one. That's right, it's a little plot point. I should mention it's not really a spoiler, but every place he goes, he kills everybody that's around. Like if he goes into a house, he kills everybody in the house except for one person. He puts them in a box and takes it with him. Where? We don't know yet. That's the great thing about the Collector, is that he's a fascinating character that we don't know anything about him. Arkin is a fascinating character. He's the character that we kind of get to know the most of this movie. And we don't really even get much into his backstory. We get a little bit of it in the beginning of the movie, and then we're just trying, the rest of the movie, we're rooting for Arkin to get out of this house alive. And, just get away from this fucking dude. It's not about, oh, I gotta kill this motherfucker. No. Arkin knows this motherfucker's dangerous, and there's probably a good chance you're not going to be able to kill him. You're not going to be able to outsmart him. So what you got to do? I need to get the fuck out of here. That's what he's got to do. And it's a great film. I absolutely love it. If you guys have not seen The Collector, check it out. The Collector for me is getting a solid A. That's right. It's a high rating. I really enjoy it a lot. What do you guys think of it? Comment down below, like the video, subscribe. Just do it!